Hello family, how are you? Today we're going to make a video about how to properly propagate rosemary by cuttings. We made this video a long time ago, many years ago, and I wanted to share some very important details with you. It's very simple, but there are a few things to keep in mind so it doesn't fail. Let's go to the greenhouse. The ideal time to take cuttings is in August or September. For us, those 2 months work really well. They're very warm months and the temperature stays pretty stable during that time. What we're going to do is cut from the mother rosemary plant or the adult plant. We're going to take the cuttings. For example, here I have a small rosemary plant. This one was grown from a cutting. This is a bit burnt from the frost because it's very cold here. So what we're going to do is cut this part, for example, right here. And the cut is going to be slanted, not straight like this, but a little slanted on all the tips of the rosemary. Can we make a cutting? In my case, since I didn't have a very big plant, an adult plant, I asked a neighbor if I could make a few cuts to take some sprigs with me. Honestly, there's never a problem because it's just taking a few little branches, that's all, and it's something insignificant. He had a large rosemary plant, so he gave me several branches and we got many sprigs from them. I want to show you, for example, the sprig we're going to take is a little branch like this, straight. See, this is where the plant ends. This is something new that came out and you'll see that its stem is kind of semi-woody, and here I want to show you the one that's in progress. As I was saying, once we cut the stems, we're going to put them in water. The water has to be chlorine-free water. If you use tap water, you need to let it sit for 24 hours so the chlorine can evaporate. Otherwise, you can use rainwater or river water. And also, for example, in my case, I use well water, which runs underground. So, is that water also good? It just has to be natural water, and what we do is keep adding more water as time goes by, because the water evaporates. Look, these are here. Now there was a month, look. Look, roots that it's already putting out. With these roots, we can already plant it in the ground. Look at this. In a very short time, 1 or 2 months, it already puts out its roots. And this water doesn't have any kind of rooting agent, but if you want, you can add some to help it put out roots, a natural organic rooting agent. We've shown how to make one. I'll share it with you at the end of this video. With beans, which is excellent. Well, once it's like this, we move it to the soil and the pot. Here, for example, I have some that we moved just recently to do, which is very good gray. I have them in some trays with water, but that's because here in Cordoba, in the greenhouse, it gets really hot. Sometimes, if they're in the greenhouse, I suggest doing it in case you ever forget to open it. And if not, if you have them, if you're in Buenos Aires, for example, which is a humid place and you keep them outside, in the garden, it's not necessary to put water trays. It's not necessary because Buenos Aires is very humid. Just watering it is enough, otherwise you'll overwater it, and well, we wait until it needs water to water it. This has just been watered, that's why it looks so wet, but look how healthy they are. And with this, we're planning to make several little plants to take to the garden bed and also to see if we can make hedges. The key is, as I was saying, to do it in warm months. Like August and September, for us, those months are key for making rosemary cuttings and for it to work. Because we've tried in other months, at other times of the year, and it doesn't work, or it works very little. Well, these are smaller. As you can see, you can also use them. Look how tiny it is, and it will also take root. Let me pull one out so you can see. As you can see, this one is small. Here you can see the tiny root. I wanted to pull it out to show you that these also take root. Once they have that root, that's it. Now, when I put the camera down, I'm going to replant it so I don't break the root, and I'll do it with one hand. But I wanted to show you this. They take root perfectly. I'll take this opportunity to show you these plants that are already rooted and growing. Music. I hope the sound and image were better in this video. There was also quite a bit of wind, but I think with these microphones the sound is much better than in my previous video. The other one is very old. It's a really old video from the beginning. We had no idea about sound, we had no idea about the camera, nothing. And we learned a lot over these 8 years. I don't know if it's 9 now, I don't remember, but I think it's 8 for sure. We're also sharing our Facebook and Instagram social media accounts which appear here. We invite you to visit us. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and share it with anyone you think might find this information useful. Sending you a kiss and see you next time. Bye. Like a bird on a tree. I'm just saying,